everyone, it's me, Blade Dragon Sonic. Today, we're here for Season 6 of the Formula E Monoposto Championship. Round 1 at Marina Bay, the first time that we're starting the season in Marina Bay. Let's forget, before this is Season 1, where we started in Shanghai, then went to the Marina. So let's, head to the grid, to the Marina Bay Prix. And it is very wet here. Blade Dragon Sonic on pole from his teammate Miles Stern. Then comes the Envisions of Violet Badness and not Lewis Hamilton. Then comes the world champion Ronnie Sola and his teammate Catfish. Then Ravo, Tom O'Connor, and Stefan Sadezan. PCR is up next to finish the top 10, and then the rookie El Carlos. Then UK Ball, Medicis, Marcus Nelson in the new Mahindra, Batuko, Mohamed Nawawi, Alan Lee, Aldridge, Yusuf, 19th, Polrock, Dash Sanchez, and in last place, Corinne Chandok. Well, it's a brand new season, brand new teams, brand new liveries, as all 5 lights go on here in Marina Bay. And we go green, and that's an amazing start from the Nissan of Blade Dragon Sonic, his teammate trying to take the position away from him. And coming down into turn 1, and it's 3 wide behind, and that's Ronnie Sola in the wall. It seems, is it? Yes, it is. That is. It's the number 1, for Jaguar Racing, and he's missing half of his front wing. Sanchez and Chandok fighting over 21st place there. The UK Bulls dropped down to 13th in that HWA Race Lab car. El Carlos up into the points on debut, right behind his teammate in the gold ODS Automobiles, and he's up into 9th. But it looks like O'Connor's still fighting him over the position. But out in front, someone's in the wall. And that seems to have been... I'm still looking for the driver. I'm not too sure who it would have been. Yeah, someone's gone into the wall in the second sector. And I'm just going to guess it was Ronnie Sola because he's already missing part of his front wing. Someone else has gone into the barrier. And we have seen who that is. That is for one of the drivers here. That is for Mohamed Nawawi in the number 71 for Aguri. Daf Sanchez getting a 5-second time penalty for colliding with Corinne Chandok. Polrock's gone down to last place there. As into the pits on lap 2 of 21 is Ronnie Sola. Unfortunate for him. This is not the start to the season he would have wanted. But Alan Lee's also in the pit, so he must have caused the first yellow in there. And it doesn't seem to be the fastest of pit stops for Virgin. Just timed it perfectly with Aguri at the same time though. Out in front, Envision behind the 2 Nissans are looking as if they might get a podium. Very nice for that team. So going on board with a man in the 95, is currently in second place, Miles Stone. He's had a rough few seasons here, but maybe for Nissan he could show his worth finally, or flounder more. We can't tell. Abness was actually looking at Cody have made an overtake on the Nissan. I doubt he would have been able to. Coming into the final turn then, lap 3 of 21. The top 4 stayed the same since lap 1. Not Lewis Hamilton staying the fastest lap of the 3. We have had no DNFs, but the rain does seem to be easing up just a little bit. Intermediates could become the faster tyre pretty soon, but no one's on them. Sola's actually suffered a bit of damage already. That must have been where his 5-second time penalty came from. We didn't see that, unfortunately, as he now goes down the inside on Marcus Nelson in the Mahindra. Very slick overtake for the man in the 1. Wow, 13 seconds between Catfish and Ravo already, and it's only 2 laps through the race. Catfish setting the fastest second sector of anyone coming into this little chicane. And that can catch drivers up. Hasn't really caught many drivers up since season 4. As we've got yellow flags in the second sector, someone has gone off. And is that for UK? Well, no, it's not. He was seen dropping down as Ronnie Sola once more. He's caused another yellow flag. No front wing damage, so should be fine. But man, this guy's just having a rough first day back in the office. Mamma mia, as the Italians would say. I think. Don't know. Are there any Italians watching? Peace out. But Ronnie Sola setting the fastest third sector, even with that damage that he's had suffered to his car. But Inet Babness all over the back of the Virgin ahead of him. And Vision Racing came into the season and taking the Maserati team. And there's a very good chance that they're going to continue strong runs of form. So coming into the chicane then, after getting through that hairpin, on board with Fabulous, and he's dropped to 9/10 off the back of Stone, who's now closing in on his own teammate. The street track's not really giving the best opportunities to overtake unless you're this man, Ronnie Sola, who's just thrown it down the inside on Medicis, the number 21, and he's up into 10th place. Don't need to learn about Wasp today. Sierra on the back of Medicis, trying to maybe force his way past the Aguri number 21 car. So into the chicane they go. Sierra was almost side by side there. And the rookie in the number 12, El Carlos. DS Automobiles having a very good return to form. The team that was once McLaren. Oh, that's very close between the 3 drivers there. And Sola almost at the back of El Carlos. And he's finding his own teammate, Tom O'Connor. The gold or DS Penske's under the lights. They've looked better. And they've definitely performed better as Sola is up into 9th place now. Milestone currently has the fastest lap of E3. I'm pretty sure I already mentioned that, but bears repeating. Because the top half of the field is already coming towards the penultimate turn. The field spread it's mad. Absolutely mad. You've never seen something like this. You've got 5 cars in the top positions. You've got HWA, a team that looked as if they could have done something major this season. And they kind of are, but at the same time they're really not. You've got Mahindra Racing running in 13th and 18th positions. They promised a bigger upgrade, but currently it hasn't come in yet. Doesn't seem. It wasn't ready. They're just trying to perfect it seems. So it looks like they're in the middle of growing pains. This season as well, I do need to say this one, not much is actually going on out in front. This season, as Sola getting up into 6th place, might be the last in the current Monoposto game. Because I'm going to try and become a beta tester for 2024. Don't know when the beta is going to be released, but hopefully soon. Into the pits comes Rodney Solo again. And he's got a puncture! Oh my goodness me! This man's luck today has gone from bad to worse. He's got himself a puncture on lap 7. I personally cannot believe what I've just seen. What I've just hopped on to see. Him coming into the pits. This is the season 5 champion, remember. His luck's just gone down the drain. And it's just so unfortunate to see this. It's lap 8 of 21. And the man he stole the number 1 from is now a few seconds back from him. Think it's time for intermediate tyres now. Drivers from 8th place and back have come into the pits. 4 inters. Shocking to see that this man, Ronnie Sola, this is his 3rd stop. We were on board with Alan Lee there. We're now on board with Sola on lap 8 of 21. And drivers are now coming into the pits. Display Dragon Sonic coming out on the inters. Catfish is in. And he's not leading. And Babin is finding himself in 2nd. The Catfish up in 3rd now. Stone in 4th. Not LH in 5th. Ravo and Sarazan might actually be struggling on their wets. Seems to actually be quite a bit drier now. Because if you look at those tyre temps, they are actually going up quite a bit. More than normal. Ravo and Sarazan are into the pits for softs now, and they've timed this to perfection. Brilliant timing for these guys to go into the pits. It's when you could have been on the inters for probably just a single lap, and that would have been enough. In other words, you should have stayed out on the wets and then come in. Blade Dragon Sonic, he set the fastest 2nd sector of anyone, but it means all but not. And Zynet Babness laps behind a Huawei there. Okay. It'd be absolutely painful for this man, Ronnie Sola. His 4th pit stop. If he came in and he changed onto the hards, that would be absolutely awful. Thankfully, he's on softs, but Blade Dragon Sonic's on the mediums, so he should actually be able to make it to the end. Catfish coming out on softs, so he's going to have a good run on the guys ahead of him. And Inet Babness in 2nd, he's a 2nd down on Blade Dragon Sonic, but he does have Alan Lee ahead of him. So that's definitely posing a problem. It is posing a problem. Alan Lee being very slow in that Virgin compared to the rest of the cars. DS Virgin Racing and DS Penske are the 2 teams, as you've just heard, who are under some form of help or ownership by DS Automobiles. They both have DS Automobiles on the sidebars and on various parts of the car. Oh, that's very wide as someone's gone into the wall. Well, in that 2nd sector, and at that point of the track, trying to find who it is. We've seen some of the debris, on the track there. It's gone very far. Probably a lapped car, so Is it Yusuf? Yes, it is Yusuf, because he's just coming to the pits for the third time in the C3. Ronnie Solo setting the fastest third sector of anyone. Blade Dragon Sonic resetting that. Still with no fastest lap of the Prix. Miles Stone going ahead and resetting that one more time. Marcus Nelson being overtaken by Medicis there. Now Carlos in the number 12 doing having a very good effort for a rookie drive in this championship in a car that should be where it is. Maybe a bit higher, maybe where O'Connor is, but he's got quite a lot of experience that the Spaniard doesn't have. Oh, my throat hurts. You might be able to hear it while I'm speaking, but it's painful trying to talk. But I really did want to get this video out. So UK Ball's actually on the hard tires. Wonder what HWA Race Lab's trying to do, as we've got 5-second time penalty for Dav Sanchez. He's missing part of his front wing as well. On board with the man driving for App State Audi Sport, looking behind him. He's definitely come into contact with he's come into contact with the wall. Ronnie Solo setting the first lap of the E3, 119.8, and that's been reset by Catfish, his own teammate. That's now 117.9 in 1.8, as UK Ball's been sideswiped by Catfish there. Absolutely hard to see that happen to him, and he's just trying to do the bare minimum. He's been sideswiped through the opening chicane. Didn't think I could actually see that one again in the championship, but it's absolutely shocking that Catfish isn't out of the E3 with a maneuver as audacious as that. Marcus Nelson still going backwards. He's down in 12th place now. Into the second sector and DRS point we go. But out in front, we may actually have a three-way fight for the lead beginning to form, beginning to sow seeds. We're going to go on board for Catfish for a second. He does have a bit of damage. It doesn't seem to be affecting his pace all too much. Iron at Badness is 6 tenths away from Blade Dragon Sonic. That's now 2 tenths away. He's right on the back of the Nissan Edams driver, almost coming into contact with one of the Trillies there. And Catfish on the back of that battle as well. On the back of the Envision, on board with the Jaguar driver, the leading Jaguar driver on lap 13 of 21. And getting past that Trilly seems to be Corinne Shandok. Yes, it is. Meanwhile, the teammate to Catfish getting past Medicis slowly but surely. Out in front, we do have that three-way fight for the lead. The BBC trio. Blade Dragon Sonic, Ionet Badness, and Catfish in the top 3. Separated by less than a second. And that's the Mahindra of Marcus Nelson posing a bit of a problem to these guys now. Oh, more Catfish, it seems, has into the wall, has gone Blade Dragon Sonic, he's in the wall, someone else is out there, Catfish out of the E3. Wow, what has just gone on there? So what's happened there, I believe, is Catfish just kind of lost control of the car, might have been beat on the curb for a second there, tried to get out of it, couldn't actually get the car to steer, and now he's out. A similar thing might have happened to the Nissan of Blade Dragon Sonic there, but we've lost one of the Jaguars. And last season, they were the team on a mission, going for their first championship double, and they did it. Blade Dragon Sonic is in the pits now. Solar, he's in for his 5th stop of the E3. Absolute shocking stuff here. Blade Dragon Sonic's come out on the softs. He's going to come out in 4th place. Ravo nowhere near these guys. But I'm going to take a break as it's on the safety car. If there's a puncture on the safety car, you guys should be able to see that. But Catfish is the first DNF in the C3. So, 1 minute 50 seconds. 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 1 minute 50 secon That car's may now take the safety car. So we'll get back underway on lap 15. No, lap 16. Safety car ending at the end of this lap. Everyone, we're gonna get back underway. Sanchez lost his front wing. Didn't see how that happened, but we'll see. But we go green again with a green car leading on lap 16 of 21. Arnett Babness leading with Stone and not Lewis Hamilton behind. Then comes Blade Dragon Sonic and Ravo, a whole 12 seconds off the back of this. Let's fight for the lead. So many pit stops have occurred. Meanwhile, the number 44 has been pushed by not Lewis Hamilton in the 5. But down the inside, it's a four-way move as we've got yellow flags in the second sector. Oh, that was an amazing move from Blade Dragon Sonic there, but it's been muted by UK Ball losing part of his front wing in the dry. Someone else has gone into the barrier. And that is for Miles Stone. So Stone and UK Ball are going to have to come to the pits at the end of this lap. And he's in. Oh, and into the wall! Has gone! Medusa's there. Blade Dragon Sonic's been given a 5-second time penalty for something that's not even his fault. Arnett Babness has lost part of his front wing, so he's gonna have to pit. Not Lewis Hamilton wasn't even involved in that, but that was Mohamed Nawawi spinning out there. His teammate's way ahead, so it was Nawawi there, who has now caused Ionet Badness to lose most hope of winning the C3 and giving Blade Dragon Sonic a 5-second time penalty. Badness is in for a stop. He's gone onto the mediums for some reason. Now Lewis Hamilton is on very worn medium tyres right now. He might want to pit again. Doesn't have to. As into the wall! Has gone the Trulli ahead of Blade Dragon Sonic. That Trulli being Polarock. Someone else has gone into the wall there at the same turn. And that's not Lewis Hamilton. No salt in the wounds for the man from Lagos. As into the wall has gone Ravo. Oh, that turn's taken out many drivers' front wings just by hopping over the curbs. The soft tyres are going off that cliff now. So the top two are in the pits right now. Stone takes the lead. Blade Dragon Sonic is not second, he is third. And with 3 laps to go, can he remain on the podium? Someone else is in the wall in the second sector. Someone's in the wall again in the second sector. I don't even want to keep checking on these anymore. I'm just going to let you guys figure it out on who it is, because as it stands, basically everyone. We've got a safety car. Sola is out. Oh my goodness. On the penultimate lap of the E-Prix, at this chicane, at that chicane, we missed it, but he is out. The one-time champion from last season. Here, 0 to hero, back to 0 story. As the safety car is now out.
Good idea to take the filling out of an Oreo, replace it with toothpaste, and give it to a homeless person. Despite stating that the toothpaste-filled Oreo would help the homeless man release his teeth, the community began to destroy Reset, raiding 125,000 petitions at the
I think it might be raining again. His 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th welcome into the pits. Sierra's actually staying out, so could just be because these guys want to come into the pits now. The final lap of the Prix now. It's going to be an anticlimactic end. But Jaguar are leaving here today on 0 points. That's last season's Constructors' Champions. On nothing.
Was another million-plus subscriber channel who managed to land himself in prison, although for an even longer time than Prix says. The two owners of the family channel, Billy and Eva, were often seen on social media with luxury cars and extravagant homes. Yet it turns out that not all of their money has been made through their YouTube channel. Because on the 23rd of February 2020, they'd upload a video titled "We Kept This a Secret Long Enough, We Were Arrested," in which they'd explained that they had a court date for an unspecified charge.
So Milestone is going to win Marina Bay Prix
A month later,
for the final time
the couple were being
in
accused of identity
Monoposto
theft and
2023.
government having accessed or
Then
attempted to
should
access
come
social security
Iron
accounts
Babness,
to over
not Lewis
1,400
Hamilton.
individuals without the victim's knowledge or
And
authorization.
if it stays like this, Bladed Dragon Sonic. However, Ravo does still need to catch up to the back of the pack. When that happens, it'll all change. He's within 5 seconds of him now, so Ravo will take 4th. But Sarazan cannot take 5th. So far back, he came into the pits as well. So coming through the final turn now, Nissan Edams. After the rebrand, they've taken the first win of their new term as the Nissan Edams team. Milestone wins the Prix here in Marina Bay. Then comes Iron Babness is on the road. Bladed Dragon Sonic, not Lewis Hamilton and Ravo. But Bladed Dragon Sonic's going to have to drop down to 5th place because of his 5-second time penalty. Something that wasn't inherently his fault.
500,000 subscriber YouTube channel is pretty much dead these days. He's still yet to spend any time behind bars. Jens the Beast had a harsher sentence than anyone else on this list so far, although he was actually able to use YouTube to improve his reputation after getting out of prison. Jens the Beast explained that his life began to spiral out of control following the death of his mother at the age of 24. He was sent to prison for the first time back in 2009 after getting into an altercation with a nightclub bouncer, yet after finishing this first prison stint, he was sent back 2 more times, totaling 4 years spent behind bars. During his final stint, Jens made the decision to get his life together.
The last prison sentence that I got, I used a lot of my time finding myself, talking to therapy and anger management and stuff like that, so I cleared up my mind, decided that I'm not going back.
And after being released from prison, he launched his own coaching program before joining Rich Piana's 5% Nutrition Group, and with the assistance of YouTube and Instagram, Jens was able to turn his life around completely.
Less than 3 years ago, I was released from prison. Now I got 2 companies going with clients all over the world and doing expos and got so many fans and followers. I'm really, really grateful.
However, while Jens is certainly one of the scariest looking people on the platform, his 4 years in prison still seems minor when compared to Saucy and Honey, who are facing a 7-year sentence for a YouTube prank.
This may have been fun for those YouTubers, but tonight they're facing some serious felony charges and up to 7 years in jail.
In February 2022, the 25,000 subscriber channel posted a video titled 24-Hour Overnight Challenge in Target.
We're about to spend the night in Target. We're gonna spend overnight in Target.
After introducing the video, the two would hide in the store and wait for it to close. They then walk around filming themselves before walking out in the morning, stating that they had been there all night.
We successfully completed our overnight challenge in Target!
The video went up like any other, however, the couple was arrested after the video was watched by police.
West Whiteland police saw the video and arrested Johnson LaRose and Charlotte Fisher for criminal trespassing and accuracy.
Criminal trespass, which is felony the third degree. They're not entitled to be there, which makes it a crime.
Not only did the news expose their challenge as fake, using security
So this
camera
is the
footage
podium
which
then.
showed them leaving the store at 3
First time
a.m. But after
this
being
season,
arrested, the two were
Nissan
charged with criminal
Edams
trespassing,
takes a race
conspiracy, and
victory
account fake.
in one of the most hectic races we've seen in a long while if you exclude Spielberg and Austin last season. So it's Milestone who wins, Romano Pavinis, Lewis Hamilton and Ravo. Then comes Blade Dragon Sonic, Stefan Sadazan, Aziza Sierra, Al Carlos on debut, Corinne Chandok, Batuko, Tom O'Connor, Marcus Nelson, Aldridge, Yusuf Polarock, Mohamed Nawawi, Alan Lee, UK Ball, Sanchez, and your non-finishers were the two Jaguars. In the driver's standings, Stone leads. It's, as previously mentioned, and everything else is the same as before. But in the constructors' standings, coming in to the Austin Prix, Nissan Edams lead on 36 points from Envision on 33 and HWA Race Lab on 12. Then comes Dragon on 8, Aguri on 6, Virgin on 4, Penske on 2, and Trilly on 1. Dragon, Mahindra and Apps are yet to score. See you guys next time for the Austin E3.